I followed financial advice from the internet. That's why I'm here now. You know, I always thought financial advice was like a buffet, you take what you want and leave the rest. Well, I took the whole buffet and skipped dessert. I mean, why wouldn't I trust a guy named Rich Uncle Pennybags on TikTok? He had a mustache, a top hat, and a smile that could sell ice to an Eskimo. I figured if he could turn Monopoly money into real cash, I was in good hands. So, there I was, scrolling through a video titled How to Become a Millionaire in 30 Days. And I thought, why not? I've got 30 days, a credit card, and no idea what I'm doing. The first tip was to invest in cryptocurrency. So, I took my life savings, you know, the amount that I had left after buying avocado toast, and dove headfirst into Bitcoin. I'll never forget the moment I purchased my first Bitcoin. It felt like I was hitting the jackpot, except instead of coins, I was just left with regret and a headache. The second piece of advice was to buy low, sell high. Well, I thought I was buying low, but it turns out I was buying never going to recover low. Then came the suggestion to invest in memes. Yes, memes. Apparently, Dogecoin was supposed to make me rich, and I was supposed to ride the Shiba Inu wave to wealth. So, I hopped on the Dogecoin train, and guess what? It derailed faster than my New Year's resolutions. Next, I was advised to diversify my portfolio. You know, spread out my investments. So, naturally, I bought a collection of Beanie Babies for me. I thought they would make a comeback. Spoiler alert, they didn't. As I sat there, staring at my collection of plush toys, I realized I was now officially a grown man with a room full of potential retirement plans. Then came the golden advice, invest in yourself. So, I enrolled in an online course about day trading. I figured if I could learn how to trade stocks in my pajamas, I'd be unstoppable. 2 weeks later, I was still in my pajamas. And had lost track of which day it was. The final straw came when I stumbled upon an ad that said, get rich quick by flipping houses. I thought, I can flip a house. How hard can it be? So, I bought a fixer-upper and less of it. I learned that charming really needs a lot of work and vintage means this place is falling apart. After weeks of DIY disasters, I ended up with a lovely new addition, a hole in the roof. It was at that moment that I realized my financial journey was more of a financial circus. I was the ringmaster, but all I had were clowns, and none of them were bringing in the cash. By now, all my investments had turned into lessons learned, which is just a fancy way of saying I'm broke. I can't even afford to buy lunch, let alone flip another house. So here I am, with a portfolio that looks like a collection of bad decisions and a newfound appreciation for financial literacy. If only I had known that following financial advice from the internet was like following a squirrel at a nut convention. You just end up lost and confused, wondering where your money went. But hey, at least I have my Beanie Babies to keep me company while I plot my next investment. So, if you ever think about taking financial advice from the internet, just remember my story. Or better yet, take advice from a squirrel, they seem to be doing just fine.